Today's subject, the power of your mind. Today we will be entering into the 104th Sutra of Patanjali's Yoga Sutras. In the second chapter, 53rd verse. Dharana sucha yogyata manasaha. Now, after the inner covering is removed, after the veil which covers the inner light is removed, your mind becomes capable, it becomes ready, it becomes fit to express all it carries inside. Please understand. From the sutra, Patanjali is going to explain the extraordinary mystical dimensions of life. He is not just talking about physical health, mental health. No. He is talking about now extraordinary capabilities expressing through your body and mind. So he is taking us to a non-return mystical zone. A zone where the mysticism is a living science, a lifestyle, way of living. So first, you understand the laws of the life and you raise your coherence to the highest possible conscious coherence. Then balancing your body, preparing your muscle memory to radiate consciousness, then awakening the ability to absorb prana without breathing. Now your mind is ready to express whatever it carries in its womb. Please understand, Dharana means the capacity to express what it carries. It is not just concentration, no. For example, if you see the Indian farmers, how they take the water to their crops. They will make a canal and they will cover it. When they need to send water to a particular portion, only that portion, that covering they will remove. Removing the covering does not mean just removing little bit of mud. It means flooding the water inside. Same way, Dharana does not mean just concentration of mind. No. Opening up to release all it carries in itself in the seed form. So the word Dharana need to be understood in a very deeper way. If you are able to absorb energy without breathing, breathing without thinking, the inner cover which covers your inner light, that veil is lifted, removed. Now your mind is capable of expressing all it carries in seed form in itself. Your mind is everything. Please understand, your mind is everything. You do not know the powers of your mind. Your mind can just like that create any world you want, just like how it creates any dreams it wants within few seconds. It can just put you in different state of consciousness altogether within few seconds and show a different world in front of you. See how you are dreaming. All it takes is just 2 seconds and you fall into the dream. You fall into that unconscious state and you start dreaming. Yesterday one of our brahmacharini was asking, Swamiji, how do you raise us to such high states just like that and awaken the Kundalini? For you to fall asleep and fall into the dream state, how much time it takes? Just few seconds. See, when you create an ambience, that low, dim light, darkness, and the body resting, cooperating for the sleeping mood. When your body cooperates and the ambience is right, you fall asleep just in few seconds. In few seconds the mood changes and you express the dream world of which you wanted. Same way, I create an ambience for you where your body is cooperating, steady, comfortable, and ready to raise to the different level. Just push you into that level. And your state of consciousness differs, and the things you express differs. Through awakening the Kundalini, I push you into the different state of consciousness. Now, if you understand the science little deeper, you can express whatever you want from your mind through Dharana. Please understand. Understand the science of sleep. You will understand the science of Dharana. What is sleeping? First, your state of consciousness should become different other than which you are now. It becomes almost dull. You become unaware of this body and slip into some state. After you slip in that state, your mind enters into a kind of a negative dharana where it starts expressing whatever it wants. That is what is dream. Now, the same thing I am doing it in opposite direction. I am raising you to the higher states of awareness, altered states of consciousness. In that state, if you consciously decide, you can take out anything you want from your mind. Just like how when you fall into unconsciousness, you can project anything you want as dream and live. When you are raised to consciousness, you can project anything you want and live. The science and ability to project anything you want and enjoy is Dharana. Please understand. The causal body where all engrams are stored, all possibilities of mind is stored, is available to you when you fall asleep or when you raise to a higher state of consciousness. When you fall asleep because of your unconscious, some useless engrams comes out and you project something and see. That doesn't leave a big impact on your physical life, this plane. But when you raise your awareness, same causal body comes under your control, but anything you take out of causal body consciously becomes reality even in this plane. That is the difference between falling asleep and dreaming and raising the awareness and projecting what you want to project. Difference between sleeping and dharana. We may think, if sleeping is useless, then why should we enter into dharana? In sleeping and dreaming, when you come back, it doesn't leave a much big impact on your real life. Or what do you think as real life? But when you raise the consciousness through Kundalini and awaken those dharana powers and come down, that creates a tremendous impact on your whatever you call as real life. Please understand. I am so happy. Just today morning I was contemplating on this sutra. I realized the greatness of the Siddhas, Patanjali. I am feeling they are taking us all through whatever I am talking is becoming reality in this whole batch. When I spoke about this breathing without thinking, I saw hundreds around the world experiencing it. When I spoke about absorbing prana without breathing, I saw hundreds experiencing it. Now, when I am talking about expressing capacities of your mind, I am seeing very clearly, many of you are ready now to be pushed into the space of dharana and start expressing the powers of the mind, capacities of the mind. I am seeing very clearly. By the time I complete these techniques on dharana, at least few hundred will be experiencing these great powers like materializing, teleporting, or seeing the future, giving intense healing to people's engrams itself. I am able to see the Siddhas, great Siddhas, including Patanjali, are all here. When you fall unconscious and whatever your mind expresses is called dream. When you are in conscious, whatever your mind expresses is called creativity. When you raise to superconscious and whatever your mind expresses is called higher worlds, that capacity to express is what is called dharana. Patanjali talks about hundreds of techniques to express special, unique things. Please understand, when you fall unconscious, whatever you express does not leave big impact on your conscious life. When you are in conscious, whatever you express creates your life. When you are in superconscious, whatever you express not only creates your life, creates the life of whatever you want to whomever you want. When you know the science of Dharana, you become Kalpataru. Whoever asks whatever, just like that, have it. You will have it. It will happen. Now in next few days, I will continue to push all of you to the superconscious state. Means the highly raised mitochondria level. That is what is superconscious state. Highly raised mitochondria level. Almost like explosion in every system. Then you will learn the science of Dharana. expressing whatever you want. When you enter into the altered states of consciousness, means higher states of consciousness, any idea you create can become reality. The capacity to create the right idea and making it into reality, that science is what is called Dharana. Dharana is not just concentration. Concentration is like removing the mud. If you say that, the example I gave, that farmer who floods the water into his land, he removes a small mud. If you say, farmer removed the small mud, will it do true to the whole action happened? No. Same way, if you say dharana is concentration, it will not do true to the whole action happening. It's only a poor translation of one dimension. You will have to say, farmer is flooding his land with water by removing that small obstruction or removing the little mud. Only then what has happened will be told, translated, properly conveyed. Same way, dharana should be translated as the capacity to create, express and make into reality of the extraordinary capabilities of your mind, which is there in it in seed form, is dharana.